How much is China's future being shaped by Xi Jinping? And how much is something bigger unfolding through him? In this video, I am looking at the chart of Xi Jinping to understand what is next for China. This is Xi Jinping's birth chart. He was born June 15th, 1953. There's not an exact time. There's multiple times out there. After looking at different events in his life that have occurred, 6 a.m. seems to be a time that could be his birth time. Where he was born is in Beijing, China. I'm using whole sign astrology. So I do have YouTube membership, so if you guys are interested in supporting my channel, see below this video on how to join. I would truly appreciate your support. Because Xi Jinping is the ruler, the leader of China right now, his chart will directly influence China, where it's going, where it's headed. In this chart, he has an ascendant in Cancer. The first house is Cancer. Mercury, Mars, Uranus are all in Cancer. Mars is at 0 degrees. And regardless of whether this is his birth time or it's another birth time, and he has a different first house, Mars is at 0 degrees. That is the starting something new, jumping into different situations, taking action on things that there's not a lot of background and experience on. A lot of motivation behind him to do things that he does in his life. But there's not a lot of experience. Not good, not bad, it's just not a lot of experience behind different actions that he takes. In this chart, in the first house, it's himself. He maybe jumps into different situations with full force, motivation, drive to get something done, to take action on something. Mercury is his speaking, his learning, how he learns. It's in Cancer, so very protective of his family, himself. And he is a leader, so of his country, very protective of it. Cancer rising, or Cancer in the first house, he has a very strong exterior. He gives the appearance that he is firm, strict, serious, but maybe underneath that, maybe what nobody sees is that he maybe does have a lot of very emotional underneath the surface. With Mercury next to Uranus, unexpected changes in his life, maybe in the way he speaks, what he says, his thoughts and opinions even changing rapidly, suddenly, having a quite unique and different opinion and view and vision than others. This could also be showing that he's gone through many unexpected changes in his life regarding his words, his thoughts, a different approach to life. His sun is in Gemini, in the 12th house. Gemini, his mind, his thoughts, what he thinks about, expansion of his thoughts and his mind, changing opinions, and that could correlate with the Uranus in the first house, maybe changing his opinion often, his thoughts often, his beliefs often, or his mind is always thinking, always moving, always shifting and going. With Jupiter also here in Gemini in this 12th house, large, expansive ideas, grand ideas, grand ideas. Jupiter expands, whatever sign it's in. So his ideas are expansive. Maybe that is expanding. His ideas are very expansive that he brings them into reality. Jupiter rules the 6th house of Sagittarius. His work, his health, his everyday life. Putting his thoughts into his work, taking his thoughts and putting them into his work. Freedom, individualism, fighting for his country, because he seems to value his country very much, protecting it. It's quite possible his ideas have shifted. That's with Uranus here in the first house. Perhaps when he was younger, he had grand visions and ideas of changing China, helping the benefit of the people of China wanting freedom to move about and do whatever he wants. And perhaps as he grew, got older, his ideas shifted and changed to more of protecting the country. The second house has the moon, south node, and Pluto. Pluto, 21 degrees. Now, I've done other leaders before, and Pluto seems to, I want to say Pluto seems to be at this 21, 22, 23 degrees for a lot of leaders, but that could be because a majority of them are about the same age. So when they were born, they were all born around the same time period. But this Leo, Pluto is always, it seems to be in a significant house. Pluto is in the same sign as the moon and the south node. Being a leader, a powerful leader, his values are in power, wanting power, being in power. The moon there, his emotions, perhaps he feels safest when he is in the spotlight, when he is the leader, wanting to always possibly be the leader. He's comfortable with the leader. But he does rule from a unique and different way than other leaders. Pluto is at 21 degrees. That is the degree of Aquarius. So leading with wanting to help the whole entire country, the people of the country, but yet, again, as he grew up with Uranus and Mercury here, his ideas have shifted greatly, suddenly. So perhaps he went from wanting to lead the country, rule the country, to help free the people, to wanting power and falling in love with wanting power and having power, possibly. The North Node is in Aquarius. It's in the 8th house. Resources. Moving towards in his life of resources for the all to help everybody. That's where his direction of life is moving towards. Now, whether he does that or not in the country is a different story. Everybody will have their own opinion. But it's towards helping to free people, give them their freedom through helping everybody, not just being the leader. And again, he could have started out that way when he was younger, but somewhere along the way, his direction, his thoughts and direction could have greatly shifted. Mercury rules Gemini, where his sun is, so is the first house. He himself is very powerful, protective, protecting the ones he loves, even the country that he loves. But it could also be that he's always changing his mind about maybe the direction to lead the country or how to go about things. Fourth house is Libra, with Saturn and Neptune there. Saturn and Neptune together do show communistic qualities of countries and of leaders, and they are very close. They're a degree apart in Libra. Libra is justice, balance, beauty. Perhaps his opinion of fairness and balance and justice and beauty is different or has gone through significant changes throughout his life. Saturn is the rules, the restrictions, time. Neptune is the dreams, the imagination. I don't want to say just the illusions, but it's where we dream of going, where we dream of being. But Saturn and Neptune together in the 4th house, perhaps the dreams that he had, especially when he was younger, got shattered. There was something that happened most likely in his life that shattered his reality, showed him something else that was so profound that he had to change his thoughts, his beliefs, his direction in life. Lilith on the IC, this is in Virgo, in the 3rd house. Communication, again, especially when he was younger. Darker secrets within his family, in the household where he was growing up. A lot of rules in when he was growing up. And that definitely could have shaped him to be who he is today. Saturn and Neptune, it's as if that he has this outlook on things that could be, I'm just going to take communism, for example. It sounds great on paper where everybody is equal. No one has more than someone else, but yet that is truly an illusion because it's not equality. There's always something, the government, someone who has the most power over other people. Let me back up. Could it be that he wants freedom for everybody in his country? Perhaps he's gone through his own things when he was younger of not having freedom, and he wants that for everybody. But yet his view of what freedom is and how it could work out is much different than what it is actually in reality. Military type of ruling, very strict with the balance is very strict. Freedom is very strict. Venus is in Taurus in the 11th house. Being able to bring a lot of people together to get done whatever he wants to get done. Security, values, money, finances could be with other people, having a network of people within China to help him rise up to the top. His networking is like it's magic, I guess we'll say. Venus in the chart brings beauty in that area. So it's networking with people. His network of people could have a lot of wealth and influence, and that could also maybe have helped him into power. Midheaven is here in Pisces, in the 9th house. Okay. Neptune rules Pisces, so Neptune's in the 4th house. His value, his structure, his belief in justice is shown here next to Saturn. So is this military type of quality to him. Saturn and Neptune also, I've seen that they're brilliant engineers or in the sciences. So maybe he has a science background. I did not look, and I will check as I'm editing. His mind, the way it works, Pisces, it's at 18 degrees. A lot of changes in his life and his career. Endings to make new beginnings. Pisces, it's a dreamy type of quality. And again, I go back to what I said. With Neptune next to Saturn, it's like there's this dream and this illusion, but Neptune comes along and brings the reality. So he could be ruling with this Saturn and Neptune quality and tone. He wants this freedom for the people of the country, but yet he rules with this militant type of quality and tone. There's a blurring of the boundaries within his power. He wants freedom, but yet he wants to rule and have the power over people. With Midheaven in Pisces, knowledge is important to him. His schooling, his education, even different life situations of what he's gone through has helped to shape his beliefs. Because Jupiter is also the co-ruler of Pisces. His expansion of the mind, learning a lot, perhaps being brilliant with his mind, helps him maybe see the world differently and communicates what he sees differently and takes that into how he rules, wanting peace for all, wanting his country to prosper and grow, but yet there's a blurring of what reality is to an extent. Because it wants the freedom, but yet he wants the power as well. He wants people to be free, but the power as well. And 10th house is Aries. Strong go-getter wanting to get stuff done. Mars here at 0 degrees in Cancer. These are 2 cardinal signs, so he's very headstrong. Could be a bit stubborn at times, but very headstrong, wanting to rule with this militant type of quality, type of leadership in order to protect him. So this protection that he likes, that he wants to protect his people, the country, he could go to the extreme with it, wanting to protect everybody in China so much that he feels that he has to lay down the rules and that's it. Lead with the military in order to not have China be invaded, taken over. Hot-headed maybe at times. Seventh house is Capricorn with Chiron in Capricorn. So Saturn rules this house. It's another cardinal sign with Chiron there. It's quite possible that there were power struggles when he was growing up. And because of that, he could be like a childhood trauma he's trying to heal through being a leader. Through his partnerships, let me back that up. So Saturn rules the 7th house with Capricorn. Neptune rules the 9th house with the midheaven in Pisces. It's like this, there's this give and take, back and forth, wanting to do one thing, but yet doing another. Capricorn, it is strong. It will climb to the top no matter what. It is determined to get there, no matter what. It's serious as well. The highest aspect of Capricorn is very spiritual, but I feel that the spiritualness, it is not, maybe he has a very strong religious background, but I feel that this is to do with partnerships, his partnerships within the country, outside of the country, the allies. It's very serious tone. Wanting the power, wanting to get to the top, wanting to bring China to the top, no matter what. Because he wants the country to succeed, but yet he rules with this militant way. But he's very firm in his partnerships. So whatever partnerships he has, he is protective over them. But China comes first, regardless of whatever it is. So it's like coming into partnership with him, he'll make compromises as well, but it must be China first. And if the compromise doesn't go for best for China, then it's a no-go. He's very serious. I could see it as like a no smiles type of business partnerships. Very serious minded, wanting to take China to the top, but yet at the top with all the power, there's something that's been lost as he's climbed up to the top. Power and justice, power and fairness could be blurred. The lines could be blurred with that. Or wanting to protect a country at any cost, military action, or ruling with like a militant type of mindset in order to protect the country at whatever cost, but yet that there's a sacrifice in that of the people. And that could be what the Saturn and Neptune are, sacrifices to get what he wants, sacrifices for the country, but yet those sacrifices, there's a delusion with how he's doing things because he's so wanting to get the country to succeed, to be protected, that he doesn't see some things that could be maybe harming the country. Saturn squares Uranus in his natal chart and Neptune, shaking things up maybe on a global level, coming into looking at where he is today, shaking things up on a global level, ready to take action at no matter what cost, as long as it protects China. I do feel with his chart and how it looks that he is very protective of China, wants the best, wants to protect it, wants to protect the people, the country itself. But yet in doing so, the vision of what he wants is blurred because he wants to protect. That is something that he has his mind set on. And because of that, there's things that get lost in translation. And if you're interested in an astrology reading, my link is in the description below. Schedule an astrology reading so we can take a look at your future, your present, and even your past. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and share.